My name is Jeff Morrison. I'm the Assistant Director for Undergraduate Programs in the Kate Tiedemann School of Business and Finance within the Muma College of Business. And on behalf of everyone in the Muma College of Business, I would like to welcome you to this information session. I'll be sharing a series of slides here with you just to kind of give you an overview of what's going on in the Muma College of Business. First of all, our dean, the dean of the college, Dr. Moez Lamayam, always says that we are one Muma College of Business. We just happen to have 6 schools on 3 campuses. So you can see here that the Kate Tiedemann School of Business and Finance, Lynn Pippinger School of Accountancy, the School of Marketing and Innovation, School of Risk Management and Insurance, School of Information Systems and Management, and the School of Hospitality and Tourism Management are the 6 schools within the college. And we are on 3 different campuses. Obviously, the largest campus is the Tampa campus, but you folks are here for the St. Petersburg campus, hopefully. And there's also the Muma College of Business extends also to the Sarasota Manatee campus. So again, one Muma College of Business, but 6 schools and 3 campuses. On the St. Petersburg campus, we are in Lynn Pippinger Hall today, and just want to point out a few things. It's a LEED certified building, one of the newest buildings on the St. Petersburg campus. It has state-of-the-art technology. We have 11 classrooms that are built with technology built in so that we can do stuff in person or online. We can stream the same course that we're doing in person to any number of participants online or anywhere they can pick up the signal. We do that through Microsoft Teams usually, but there are really good technology assets in the classrooms. In this building, we also house the Merrill Lynch Wealth Management Center, which I'll talk about in just a minute. We also have the Customer Experience Lab, St. Petersburg, which I will talk a little bit after I talk about the Merrill Lynch Wealth Management Center. And we also have an entrepreneurship suite. This entrepreneurship suite's up on the 3rd floor in this building. And it's just the one place where all the faculty, staff, and everybody else involved with entrepreneurship can get together. As a matter of fact, it is a very, very good resource. And it's just nice to have everything in one sort of place within the building so you don't have to wander all over the place to try to figure out if you're interested in entrepreneurship. All right, I said I'd talk about the Merrill Lynch Wealth Management Center. This is, as you come in this building, the Lynn Pippinger Hall, you can see in the atrium, right above the atrium, very easily see the Merrill Lynch Wealth Management Center. It is a center that's designed, it's got tables, it's got computers in there, it's got the technology that enables students to do what the wealth management students would want to do, the financial planning students. You want to analyze stocks, you want to assess investment opportunities, and apply these skills learned in class to help manage wealth. Better prepare you if you're interested in wealth management as a career. This is a very, very valuable resource in the building. It also houses classes for the Student Managed Investment Fund, which I will talk about a little bit later. I mentioned the Customer Experience Lab. It is also up on the 3rd floor with the Entrepreneurship Suite. Just down the hall from the Entrepreneurship Suite. It really is nice. It again, state-of-the-art technology. It provides students the opportunity to observe and participate in research involving focus groups. And a lot of these focus groups come from out in town. They're actual businesses or whatever, and they want to run a focus group. We help facilitate that. So you can really get an idea of what goes on in focus groups, what kind of marketing research is going on, how they're reacting to certain things, whether it's an idea or a visual or some sort of audio stimulus. Really, really important for that. We also have a few rooms in the Customer Experience Lab, which can also be used as sales simulation labs. So the idea of students practicing sales techniques in a simulation, and then it can also be graded, scored very, very easily using the technology in the suite. All right, really nice facilities. The Wealth Management Center on the second floor, the Customer Experience Lab on the third floor, and the Entrepreneurship Suite also on the third floor of Lynn Pippinger Hall. There are some points of pride that we like to look at for the Muma College of Business. You can see that the 19-to-1 student to faculty ratio is really quite nice. That doesn't mean that there is always going to be only 19 students in each class. I think most of the classes that we teach in the Muma College of Business, especially on the St. Petersburg campus, probably are more like 25 students to a class, average class size, which is not bad. Myself, I teach a introduction to business skills and workplace best practices class, which is one of the larger ones, I think, and I usually have 44 or 45 students in that class. But again, that's one of the larger ones. Our classrooms don't hold more than 50 students, so you know that you're not going to have a huge class more often than not. We do have a nationally ranked MBA program at the University of South Florida and Muma College of Business. Maybe you're not really concerned or worried about that right now. It's a little bit in the future, obviously, but just something to think about. Do you want to go straight from undergrad to MBA program? This would be a good one to go to. Do you want to get out of here, go do some work, get some experience, and then come back for the MBA program? Either way, just know that it is an awesome MBA program. We have world-class research faculty. Our faculty involved in a lot of different research. They are called upon as experts. You'll see them in the news media more often than not. Whether it's something about finance, whether it's something about supply chain management, or even esports, our faculty are looked upon as resident experts and often called upon, in the community to provide some insight. So we're really proud of our faculty. Another point of pride for us is that both the Muma College of Business as a whole and within the Muma College of Business, the Lynn Pippinger School of Accountancy are both accredited by the AACSB. The AACSB is probably the leading accreditation body for higher education in the United States and actually globally. So really proud that, and you don't see too many schools, maybe less than 200, which both have the College of Business itself and the School of Accountancy, both separately accredited by AACSB. Really impressive. So something that really is going to hit home for you, undergraduate majors. These are the ones that are available right now on the St. Petersburg campus. There are a few more that are within the Muma College of Business that you could probably do or take, but these are the ones that we can guarantee right now you won't have to leave campus to complete these majors. You won't have to travel to Tampa. You won't have to travel to Sarasota, Manatee. So, but more and more, since we've gone to one USF and one Muma Business, each year we're having more and more majors become available to students on all three campuses. But for right now, we're looking at accounting. That's a big one. Like I said, the Lynn Pippinger School of Accountancy is accredited by AACSB. If you are a prospective accounting major, that's great. We have an awesome program. If you're an entrepreneurship and innovation student looking to do there's two tracks there, as it kind of says in the title, either starting a business as an entrepreneur or innovating within a company or an organization. These are the two tracks within that major. Really some exciting stuff going on there. So if that's where you're leaning, you're in good hands. If you're going to be a finance major, that's awesome too. There are three concentrations within finance. The idea of corporate finance being one concentration, Investment analysis is another concentration. And the third concentration in the finance major is real estate. So if you have a particular interest in real estate, you could have that concentration within the finance. Not to be confused with finance, but there is actually a separate personal financial management major here at USF and within the Muma College of Business. So if that is something that you're interested in being an investment advisor, this is an awesome chance for you to actually major in personal financial management. Global business, the world is becoming more global every day. Hopefully you have in your head an idea that you might want to do something globally someday. I highly recommend it. Within global business, and that's sort of a general major that has obviously an international flair to it. There are concentration tracks, business analytics and information systems concentration, finance concentration, management concentration, or marketing concentration. Those are the four concentrations within the global business major. And for any of these concentrations, you're just going to take a few different courses. You're still going to have the same core major courses. Your electives will change a little bit. If you're going to do management, great, highly recommend it. There are three concentrations within the management major. If you're into aging services, that's one concentration. Human resources, or HR, is another concentration within management. And then project management. If you have a strong desire to go out into the world and be a project manager, that would be the concentration you would definitely want to do under the management major. Marketing, very, very varied world in marketing. So you're going to see four concentrations there too. Digital marketing. Everything's going digital these days. This is an awesome opportunity for you to get into digital marketing if you're going to go that concentration. Within marketing, there's actually an entrepreneurship concentration. So you may take a series of courses from the entrepreneurship and innovation major that will actually add to your marketing major, but will be entrepreneurship concentration. Sales and marketing tend to go hand in hand sometimes. You hear people talk about sales and marketing in the same breath. Certainly sales is one of the primary concentrations within marketing. If you're ready to go out into a sales career, or if it's something you're considering, definitely want to do that at that point. And then the final concentration for marketing is actually a sports and entertainment management concentration. It's not a major itself, but it is a concentration within marketing. And then last but not least, business analytics and information systems. Woo! The world is going digital. Analytics is key in the business world. There are very, very few businesses that aren't using analytics and information systems hand in hand together to actually help them better do business and see what's on the horizon. There are two concentrations within business analytics and information systems. One is cybersecurity, and the other is healthcare business. So in both of those, especially the healthcare, a lot to do with business analytics and information systems. It's a natural concentration within that major. So these are the undergraduate majors that are available for St. Petersburg students right now that we can guarantee you can do these majors. You can take all your classes on campus here at St. Petersburg without going to Tampa or Sarasota, Manatee. While you're here, I hope you would get involved in student organizations. There are many, many student organizations. Some are Tampa-based because they're large organizations, but a lot are have separate chapters here on the St. Petersburg campus. Or you just join the larger organization, but there is a St. Petersburg campus cohort. Delta Sigma Pi is the probably the largest and one of the busiest. It's just an opportunity, an organization for business majors, like-minded business majors that just want to have a little bit of fraternity, a little bit of, get to know their fellow business majors and do some good in the local community at the same time. Beta Alpha Psi, if you're an accounting major, Beta Alpha Psi is a wonderful organization. It is very, very active. Beta Alpha Psi is doing a lot for the accounting students, including having periodic meetings, weekly or biweekly, I can't remember right now. But they are the ones that are actually getting employers to come and talk to during their meetings. So it's a wonderful networking opportunity, you amongst your friends and fellow accounting majors, and networking, you'll meet some employers out there, get an idea what kind of jobs are available in the accounting industry. So highly recommend it. Beta Gamma Sigma is the Business Honor Society. So there is a bar there, a minimum bar that you have to meet. It is an honor society. So, but if you're eligible for that, I highly recommend applying. And then there's some others, and these are just sort of a random list I kind of picked. But if you're into ethics and debate, the Bishop Center for Ethical Leadership within the Muma College of Business has an ethics and debate team. They meet periodically, and then they actually go to competitions. So if that's something you're interested in, join. National organizations like the American Marketing Association has a campus chapter. If you're a marketing major, highly recommend. This is a professional association for you. Get involved now at the earliest stage, and then it will help pay off in the end. If you're one of those entrepreneurship or innovation students, there is a student innovation incubator. It is on the Tampa campus right now. I don't expect that to really change anytime soon, but still, if that's something you're interested in, if you're an entrepreneurship and innovation major, and you want to start something, you may very well be easily able to take advantage and get yourself a position in the Student Innovation Incubator, which is set aside just to help students start their businesses or expand their business ideas. Obviously, affinity groups, women in business, whether you're a female trying to break into this somewhat and traditionally male-dominated industry, this is a great society for you to join, or whether you're a male and you just want to, you're an advocate for women in business, you could join also. If you're into real estate, if you're doing that real estate finance concentration, the Real Estate Society is another very, very active student organization on campus. Highly recommend you get into that. And then Financial Planning Association, national organization, like the American Marketing Association, but this would be for those personal financial planning students and majors that just want to join an association of like-minded individuals and start to network. Build your expertise, build your knowledge, and network with industry professionals occasionally. Those are just some of the student organizations. I highly recommend you get involved. Don't overdo it. You know, there is a limit to everything, but hey, do not hesitate to join some of these. One of the things that's big that we talk about all the time is experiential learning. Learning through experience, going out and doing something. A lot of us learn very, very well using this. So we really like to push experiential learning as much as possible. And experiential learning comes in a number of ways. Study abroad. If you haven't had the chance to get out of the United States and go for any extended period of time, study abroad might be a wonderful option for you. I lived in the Netherlands for 3 years, and if nothing else, it helps learn another language, although you can go to English-speaking companies and still study, or countries and still study abroad. Or it gives you a different perspective. And this perspective makes you a better person. It gives you insight to things that you would have never considered. So there are study abroad opportunities out there. I recommend trying to do them fairly early. Let's say maybe sophomore or junior year at the latest. You don't want to really go study abroad senior year. It is your senior year. There's a lot of things that you're getting ready for, internships, everything else, that you may want to be here for that. So be giving that some serious thought for sophomore or maybe junior year. Internships. Oh my gosh. Part of the reason for my office's existence is internships. And right now I'm serving as the Muma College of Business St. Petersburg campus internship coordinator until we get a new one in that role. But my daily routine has a lot to do with internships. Internships are great. The idea that you can take what you're learning in the classroom and apply it in a real world scenario for a company, for a nonprofit, for an organization, whatever it is. This is powerful. This is huge. Internships, I used to have a boss that said internships are great for one of two things. They're finding out you really, really like what you do in the internship, or on the other hand, occasionally learning that you really do not like what you are doing in the internship. And this could be interesting if you always wanted to be an accountant. You get to an accounting internship and realize, hey, this isn't for me. That's a good thing to know during an internship before you take a full-time position and start a career in that. Wouldn't it be great? And internships go spring, they go summer, and they go fall. So usually in the summer, you have a better chance to do a full-time internship, maybe a 30 to 40 hour a week internship. During the semester, obviously, depending on what your schedule is academically and work already, most internships are in the 10 to 15, maybe 20 hours a week internships. But this is good. And wouldn't it be great if you could do an internship and get credit for it at the same time, academic credit? We have that here, internships for credit. Now, there are certain criteria that you need to meet. But if you meet those criteria and get an internship and apply to get credit for it in advance, there are wonderful ways to get 3 credit hours for that. You go out, you do your internship, 120 work hours is usually what's required for a 3 credit hour course credit. There is a separate course that you take for the internship. The course is designed specifically to take the internship and talk about learning objectives, career competencies, what you've learned on the job, what you haven't learned, how you meet your learning objectives. Are you increasing? Are you getting better at these career competencies? There's a lot involved with the course itself, but that's how you get the academic credit. This isn't for everybody, but I'm saying my recommendation is if you can do this and if you qualify for it, why wouldn't you go out, let's say get a paid internship and get credit for it at the same time? Sounds like the best of both worlds. It is available, so just keep that in mind. And back when I was talking about the Merrill Lynch Wealth Management Center, I mentioned the Student Managed Investment Fund. And I said I would come back to, well, this is where we're going to talk about it. Experiential learning. Take what you learn in the classroom and apply it in a real world scenario. We have students within the Muma College of Business here on the St. Petersburg campus that are actively helping manage a portfolio of securities, stocks, that right now is worth about $600,000. It is part of the overall USF endowment. But right now, these students are actually researching every semester the stocks within the portfolio, doing a lot of the analysis and making recommendations on whether they should sell the stock, buy more stock, or maybe even hold for a semester. So buy, sell, hold. But these students, actually, this is real. These are real dollars, real stocks, and real life. Before you get a little bit worried about that, in case you're thinking that you might cause the University of South Florida and the Muma College of Business to lose thousands or tens of thousands of dollars, that fund, which the students participate and do a lot of the research for, once you make your recommendation, it goes through about 3 or 4 different levels before it's actually acted upon. So don't worry, if we lose money, it's not going to be your fault. There's going to be a lot of other people. The fund is, there's an advisory board for the fund. It's made up of about 10 to 12 local investment management professionals So that's like the sort of the first tier. The first tier would be the professor. Second tier would be the advisory board. But even if the advisory board says yes, no, whatever, let's move forward, it goes up to the endowment folks. And the endowment folks will make the final decision as to whether they want to buy more Google stock or sell General Electric stock or whatever it is. So I great if you're into investment management and you're a finance major and this is what you want to do in real life, I highly recommend getting into that student managed investment fund. Here's a quick video about.
My name is Miles Sweeney, and I'm a senior accounting major at USF. My current internship is with Gazelle Capital, and I'm an accounting intern. I first heard about the internship through Handshake, and I also applied there. The undergraduate office at St. Petersburg campus helped me refine my resume, find the job and apply for it, and also prepared me for the interview. I would definitely recommend getting an internship because it is an amazing experience to take what you've learned in the classroom and apply it to a real-world setting. My favorite thing about the internship is working in an office setting as well as applying what I've learned in the classroom to a real-world setting.
The internship program on the St. Pete campus provides students the opportunity to get real-life work experience on the job and also to do an internship for credit to make sure they graduate in a timely manner. Students can come for help and find us in Lynn Pippinger Hall, 117. My office is 117E, and they can also email us.
All right, so that was just a quick video. Just Miles is one of the students. He went out and did a great internship, and we just were able to capture that on video to give you a better idea of what's going on for internships. I would be remiss if I didn't at least speak one slide in a few minutes about the Business Honors Program. The Muma College of Business has had a Business Honors Program for years. This year, so this starting in fall 2021, is the first year that the Business Honors Program has been extended to the St. Petersburg campus, in keeping with our one USF and one Muma College of Business. The Business Honors Program, you have to meet certain criteria. You can see those at the bottom of the slide. It's sort of a minimum GPA, SAT, or ACT. If you meet these criteria, though, I highly recommend you look into the Business Honors Program. It's just a program that over the 4 years will give you rigorous coursework, give you an opportunity to do a research paper, get a service project in there, set you up for international study, study abroad, and experiential learning. Specifically, you'll have inside track on an internship or two while you're there. All right, typically we try to get students to do the study abroad between their first year and their sophomore year, and then try to get the internship between their sophomore year and their junior year. And then if you get another internship after that, that's gold. But that's the way the program's set up. I help run the program here on the St. Petersburg campus, so I'm fairly familiar with this. This photo, you're probably looking at that going, I have no idea what that has to do with Business Honors Program. It really is a honors program, and this year the initial cohort, initial group is 7 students. We're trying to get that up to 10 students next year, and we think we'll easily hit that. But boy, wouldn't you like to be a group of 10 that actually live in Osprey Hall on campus and have the same courses together, not all courses, but at least some of the basic courses, live in a living learning community in Osprey Hall with like-minded individuals. This year we've got, of the 7, 4 or 5, depending on how you look at it, are very international and diverse. But it's a great group of students. I enjoy working with them. And this photo right here is we do improv, not comedy improv per se, but just improvisation sessions with an official or professional improv coordinator or instructor or facilitator. And this was one of the events where they came and they just the idea of the improv is just to get people to think on their feet and go a different direction if necessary. It's all part of what we do, a small part of what we do to help these business honors students be better prepared for their careers after school. I should mention, I hate, I'm hesitant to mention, but I have to mention, right now the program is set up that there is a scholarship available for first year only. So it's just that first year's fall and spring semester to pay for your room in Osprey Hall and your meal plan. We've had generous benefactors that have given us some funds, gifts that we are able to use to help students pay for room and board, essentially. That's above and in addition to any other scholarships you might get. It's a great benefit, but it is not the real reason why you should be applying for the Business Honors Program. That's why I'm hesitant to mention it. But if there's somebody out there that's kind of on the fence or has a financial hardship, but you meet the criteria for the Business Honors Program, I highly recommend you get it. I work in the undergraduate programs office. I talked about the fact that we're involved in internships on a daily basis. We are an office that's sort of a hybrid. We're not totally career services. We're not totally academic services, but we sort of a blend of each. And we look at ourselves as a one-stop shop for student success. We are located in Lynn Pippinger Hall on the very first floor. And we do career services, professional development, internships, tutoring. Not that we do the tutoring, but we run the tutoring program. And then a little bit of academic advising. Not much right now, and it's specifically for online accounting students. But academic advising is still done by the Academic Advising Office here on the St. Petersburg campus. But just something to think about. You can get these services elsewhere on campus, but if it's very, very convenient. You're going to or from class, or you're just over in the building for whatever reason, you can stop by. It's very easy. One-stop shop. I'm assuming, I hope I've answered all your questions, but in case I haven't, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me or the undergraduate programs office. I work in the undergraduate programs office. You can reach me or any of us at the number here, 727-873-4497, or using the email address KTSBFUP, that's Kate Tiedemann School of Business and Finance, undergraduate programs at usf.edu. I hope you've learned something today, and I hope to see you on campus soon. Again, my name is Jeff Morse. I'm the Assistant Director for Undergraduate Programs in the Kate Tiedemann School of Business and Finance within the Muma College of Business. And thank you for spending a few minutes with me today. Good luck.